What's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks, aka Kamen Rider fan freaks, coming at you today with another Hot Toys figure review. And today we are looking at none other from the 1987 series Kamen Rider Black. We are looking at the Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure of Shadowmoon. I want to say I was more excited to order and get Shadowmoon than I was Kamen Rider Black, but I'm glad I have both. Both of these figures are phenomenal. Shadowmoon here is just, he's phenomenal. There's no other word to say about these Hot Toys figures. They are just amazing. They're awesome. What an awesome box. Again, just like Kamen Rider Black, you got a nice outer sleeve here that even has like some holographicness to it. Very nice picture of the figure. Turn it on the side. Of course, you just, have it, Shadowmoon in English. On the back side, you got all your legal jargon, companies and stuff that were involved with this figure. You take that out. Here is the sleeve. That was the sleeve. But then you have another nice headshot of the figure here, which looks beautiful in a nice green. Again, I really think I'm going to save pieces of these boxes and just turn them into little posters and put them on the walls around the Godzilla Fan Freaks HQ. But, simple, just like the last one. You have the belt driver design down here, and then you got the window where the figure would be. You can see my reflection. What's up, you guys? And yeah, so that about does it for the box. Again, I'm not planning on keeping all of these boxes, just certain pieces. And I'm going to get rid of the plastic shells, which actually I need to slide over and grab because I did not put it by me. So we're just going to do that right now. Let me get all of these out and set just so I have all his accessories. Bada bing, bada boom. Because Shadowmoon comes with a few more extra accessories, if you can't already tell. Let me get these little things here for his boots. Sorry, guys. I should have been better prepared before doing this figure review, but I obviously wasn't paying attention. All right. That's everything. Alright, let's go ahead and move that off to the side. Okay, now we're all set and ready. Sorry about that. Let's take a look here at the awesome Shadowmoon figure from Hot Toys. Now, of course, I have him posed and I have him with certain things. I'm just going to go ahead and take those out of his hands right now, just so they don't get in the way of anything else. The hands are very nice and pliable on this guy, so really not a difficult time getting swords or anything like that in and out. But let's take a look here at Shadowmoon. Let me go ahead and zoom that camera back in. That way we can see all the awesome paint and details. Similar to Kamen Rider Black, you're not going to get a whole lot of crazy paint and details. These guys are very basic, but you do get a little bit more with Shadowmoon. Shadowmoon here, of course, you have really nice silvers, glossy blacks, some greens, and just like Kamen Rider Black, he does have armor pieces and everything like that are held on by Velcro. You can remove his knee pads if you want and then just stick them back on. Same thing with the shoulder pad, or actually no, the shoulder pads are connected to the body piece, so no Velcro there. The only Velcro on this guy are the knee pads. But still, really nice paint all the way around. Again, you got really nice silvers, really nice blacks. Up on his head crest here, you got some reds, yellows, and greens. Very nice translucent green eyes. Very nice belt driver down here, again with some greens, some blues, some yellows, reds. And of course, you got the translucent green there for the centerpiece. Overall, though, really, really nice figure. Really, really clean. These figures are just amazing. Detail wise, again, you get all the little fine details up here in the head crest, down here on the belt. You get all those mechanical details. All his nuts and bolts all over the body. All the studs look really good. His little elbow appendages here, or forearm, I should say. Again, all the robot mechanical detail, all the, fingers, everything just look really, really nice and clean. Down to his legs. Again, the detail speaks for itself. Really, really nice. You got his little grasshopper appendages here on his heels. They just look fantastic. Again, it all speaks for itself. I mean, just everything down here in the mouth. Again, it just looks beautiful. All the line work is really nicely done. No bit of slop on this guy, just like Kamen Rider Black. Very, very clean. Very, very nice figure. Paint and detail, really, really simple. But just looks phenomenal. Articulation on this guy, similar to Kamen Rider Black. You can look, I want to say he can look more far up than Kamen Rider Black does. Equally as far down. You can turn left, you can turn right, you can get some tilt action out of the head, which is nice. So really good range of motion in the head. I want to say the head is the nicest articulated part of these figures. Arms, just like Kamen Rider Black. I don't know if I could really show you, but right here you can see. He has a full underbody suit, as you can tell. So again, as long as you're not too rough with your figures, you shouldn't have to worry about too much wear and tear with those. But his arms, you can get a good range of motion outwards, downwards, forwards, backwards a little bit. It is a little limited, but you still get, some turn in the bicep there, which is nice. Same thing with the forearms. You can rotate those. Again, they just kind of rotate around that arm mold. Elbows, nice elbows, just like Kamen Rider Black. Nice elbows. Wrists, same thing. They're on a hinge ball joint, so you can rotate, kind of turn them however you see fit, however you would want to, bend them. Ab crunch, a little bit of an ab crunch in there. He can turn left. He can turn right, but again, it's limited, but you get enough range of motion out of it that it works. Legs, similar to Kamen Rider Black, you can only get kicked out front so much and then kick out back so much, but for what you want to do, you got a decent range of motion. Again, any type of aerial poses, that's where the stand is going to come in, and you can, kind of do it from there. Knees, you have to be careful of his little grasshopper appendages, but he does have a decent bend at the knee. Again, you can kind of turn those thighs a little bit to get a little bit more range of stuff, but not much. Ankles, really nice ankle pivots on this guy. Really, look at that. He broke his ankle right there. But really good ankle pivots. Tilt down, tilt up. So really good foot articulation overall. Plus, you get the added bonus of articulation of, you got his little appendages there. So overall, articulation, solid. Really, really good. He's just as good as Kamen Rider Black. You can get him in some nice poses. So paint, detail, articulation, fantastic. Great, great range. Accessories. Let's go over the accessories now. So as you can see, he has a pointing hand on this hand and then a gripping hand for the sword on that. But of course, you do get your fists. And again, all of them are painted and detailed beautifully. So you get some fists. You get one like really open, aggressive looking hand. He also has like another kind of reaching for you type hand. Fingers all individually sculpted, really, really nice. You get 2 pairs of these laxed type open hands. You get another gripping type hand for his other arm, because he can dual wield. And then you have a very open, hand. Not as many hands as Kamen Rider Black, but still a good range. But for what he lacks in other hands, he has in other sweet accessories. But let me just finish getting them off to the side here. Take a look at his base really quick before I get into the other stuff. Of course, you got Shadowmoon. Same type of base as Kamen Rider Black, except you have the green streaks and going in the opposite direction. Again, you get a very nice stand arm here, which you can tighten to you see fit, and you can lower it, raise it, lower it, however you want. Same type of, trigger for the grip. But overall, really, really nice stand and base. He comes with these little piston accessories, which again will plug into his feet because they're like for when he's walking and stuff like that. So in the show, there's like little tiny details of when Shadowmoon walks, and that's how these things also kind of just, when he steps up, I believe they're off the ground, they like go up to his leg. But then when he steps onto the ground, they like flex down like that. And so then you have these other little piston pieces here that'll replace these. It's a little minor detail, but, I don't really care to mainly mess with those. But it's nice to have them. I'm sure some Kamen Rider fans are really ecstatic about having that option. Of course, you have replacement ball joints and pegs, which is nice. Again, the figure did come with batteries for the head light up, and then you can plug in the USB-C for the belt. We'll get to that in a minute, just to show you guys those cool light ups. You do get another, magnet switch piece, just like that came with Kamen Rider Black. So again, I have 2 of them now, but they're not specified to any figure, so you can use them both on each figure. It doesn't matter. So I just kind of have an extra one of those now. As I'm dropping my screwdriver. All right. On to his accessories here. And these are really, really cool. So you have the Satan Saber, or Satan Saber, however you want to pronounce it. I like to say Satan. I don't like to say Satan. But really, really awesome sword with the sheath. All the individual gems are translucent plastic. So they're not painted on or anything. Those are actual just little gems put in there. Can't really see them too well on camera, at least on the sheath part, but at least on the handle you can. And then just comes out really, really nice. And you have a very nice translucent red blade here. And this is very, very sharp, mind you. It is a very, very sharp point on that. If you're not careful, you could poke an eye out with that easily. But really, really beautiful sword. Looks amazing. And it goes in the sheath really nicely and comes out really nicely. Really cool accessory. And then from Kamen Rider Black RX, he has his Shadow Sabers, which you have like a normal sized one, then you have a little bit more of a short one. So hence why he has gripping hands for both. From the series Kamen Rider Black RX, where Shadowmoon makes his return, spoilers, you get his Shadow Sabers, which both of those are also very sharp, very nicely detailed though on the hilts and the cross guards, and even the swords themselves. The blades are very nice, and again, they're very, very sharp. But really, really cool that they added those. I'm kind of hoping Hot Toys has a Kamen Rider Black RX around the corner that you could eventually pose this guy with. The only thing that is short that he doesn't come with is he obviously doesn't come with any replacement parts for his antennas. So be mindful of that. If this guy does take a tumble, these will break. They are not pliable at all. They're actually less pliable than the antennas on Kamen Rider Black. It would have been nice if they gave us like a crest piece with these attached, just for a replacement, just in case. That way you could just pop this one out of his forehead and pop in a new one. But just got to be extra careful with Shadowmoon. That's all that means. So yeah, no replacement parts for that. Let me go ahead and get my screwdriver here. Let me pop off his head. And then that way we can get the light up feature going here. Just like that, LED. And then slide the head back on and over. And you got some nice light up eyes. Let me turn off this light really quick for what it's worth. So you got really, really nice light up eyes for Shadowmoon. Really, really cool light up feature. Shadowmoon looks awesome when he's all lit up. Just gonna say, like, Kamen Rider Black looks cool, but man, Shadowmoon just looks dope. Let me get my long USB-C here. Plug that in for you guys. If my eyes will work. There we go. And again, just like my Hot Toys Kamen Rider Black Sun, I wish plugging in the USB-C did both the belt and the eyes. Again, I really do think it kind of sucks when you just have batteries for the eyes, because then you have to be constantly aware, you know, do I need to take those batteries out? I haven't been using the light up feature very much. I don't want those batteries to explode, corrode, battery acid, because all that would suck, because then it would render that light up feature useless. But, you know, whatever. But you do, again, with the same switch. Boop. And it does the same thing that Kamen Rider Black's does. It rotates around and then just gets spinning to maximum velocity. And just looks awesome. Very, very cool light up. I love it so much. I mean, Shadowmoon just looks awesome. You can't not admit that. Let me zoom out here. That way you guys get a nice full shot of the figure. Bring my camera in just a little closer. But yeah, really, really awesome figure. Again, you just hover that over. That turns that off. Boop. Really, really great. Hot Toys, you did a great job with this. Go ahead and just turn that off. Let me unplug him here. And just like with Kamen Rider Black, if you leave the LED light on his head on long enough, that LED will dim over time, so where it's not as bright. Because in all honesty, without the head on, this here is very, very bright. And it kind of hurts your eyes. And it makes it hard to find the switch. There we go. But set him there. Let me bring in Kamen Rider Black. That way you guys can see them kind of side by side. Give you a cool shot. Turn this light back on. I wish I could have them both plugged in and on for you guys at the same time, but I don't have an extra long USB-C other than just the one I have, so. But there you guys go. There's Kamen Rider Black and Shadowmoon together. Brothers, enemies. In some timelines, they might be friends. But really, really awesome figures all together. Really, really great. Love them both. Again, I really hope to get the Battle Hopper for Kamen Rider Black, but if not, I definitely will be getting the Kamen Rider Amazon from Hot Toys, the 1974 version. Really excited to add that to the collection, because these Hot Toys Kamen Riders, they're expensive, but again, the way Sideshow has their, how you pay and everything, it makes it really affordable, actually. They just don't squeeze every penny out of you right then and there during the order. They actually have an ordering process, and so it actually makes it really nice. I will say that. So definitely want to add, more of these Hot Toys Kamen Riders to the collection, because I think they'll look great on the shelves. Where I have these guys placed actually is out by, for those that know the layout of the Godzilla Fan Freaks HQ, I have the main collection room, and then it bleeds out into kind of like where the media room is with the TV and the chairs and the kaiju couch and everything. But I have these guys on each side of the TV. So, I have the Kamen Rider Black, he's behind the now playing stand, and then Shadowmoon is on the other side, and they're just kind of staring each other down, posed really cool. Before, I used to have a Godzilla and Kong on the sides of the TV. Now I got these guys, which I think is a nice upgrade, and they look great. So without further ado, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks, aka Kamen Rider Fan Freaks. Hope you enjoyed my review today on the Hot Toys Shadowmoon. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Always Atomic Blast and Rider Kick, that like button and that notification bell. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook and Instagram. And without further ado, we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Somebody kick me hard.